give you a quick tour. Those are our breeder cages. This big one over here is our layer cage. I got a 5-tier Winona that's got breeders on top and bachelors on bottom. I've got my pheasants on top of that grow out. More bachelor pad on the bottom of that grow out. All of these guys are getting ready to be butchered. They're ready for butcher. We've got mostly jumbo pharaohs. We've ran some auto watering systems. Auto watering system. This pen over here, we've got divided out so it's a single, it's just a small single little pen. So anybody that's been injured or is generally unfriendly to the birds in the bachelor pad or something like that, we put them there, fatten them up, butcher them. So we're gonna gather eggs, we're gonna feed everybody. Hang with me. Just like that, feeding's done. So we started this game bird farm because we were looking for something to supplement the farm a little bit, and we were thinking chickens and cattle and stuff like that. Here we've got about 7 acres of actual pasture. It's a 40-acre farm, but it's mostly timber. 7 acres isn't really enough to raise a lot of cattle on to make it worth doing for me. They're not as much worth, but they are the price per pound versus trying to bring income into the farm is a little harder for cattle for me. So we thought about chicken. And yes, you can get a 1,000 bird exemption for your inspections and all that stuff. It makes it a little more spongy in the regulations around it. Whereas game birds, quail, that type of stuff, you got to have, here in Missouri, you got to have the Class 1 breeder's permit. With that Class 1 breeder's permit, you can legally sell quail and pheasant to restaurants, retail sales, that type of stuff. According to the USDA, and I'll post the question or the answer that they gave on the video up in the corner. According to the USDA, game birds fall outside of the poultry inspection program. So that said, because it falls outside of USDA inspection, it also falls outside Missouri Department of Agriculture inspection. And that's per the Missouri Department of Agriculture. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so take that with a grain of salt. This is just what I know they have told me. So, we're taking our birds, especially the males, because normally when you hatch quail, you get 53% of that hatch will be male, on average. So all of our males go towards the butcher program until it's time to rotate out breeding stock. And that happens about every 6 months. So We can breed, we can hatch, we can butcher, we can sell retail with the Missouri Class 1 Breeders Permit. We can sell eggs with the Missouri Egg Producer's License, which isn't really a big deal. And we can actually do pickled eggs, that type of stuff, with the Missouri Producer's License. So we got a dealer's license, a producer's license, the Class 1 Breeders Permit, we got our MPIP certification, so we can sell live birds across state lines, because we're really close to Kansas where I'm at. So MPIP, Missouri Class 1 Breeder, Missouri Egg Dealer, Missouri Egg Producer, on top of all the regular insurances and stuff like that. And it sounds like a lot, but it actually wasn't that bad to get everything started. It cost me a couple of $100s to get everything started. But now we have a flowing income that helps offset the farm. Now, right now it's just helping to offset the feed cost of all this. Luckily, we use MFA feed. We're not sponsored yet. MFA, take notice. We're not sponsored by MFA, but we use MFA feed. 30% game bird starter, and it's good stuff. It really is, and it's about $18.50 a bag. So we're saving money over the Tractor Supplies or you know, your other big box stores, but we're able to maintain all of our birds based on the quality of the food. And during my research of all this, quail, I don't know, they go for $4 to $6 a bird, depending on where you're at in the country. Eggs go from anywhere from you can't give them away to $7 a dozen, depending on where you're at in the country. We're getting right at $2 a dozen for our eggs. If the cost of egg cartons goes up anymore, I'm going to have to go up a little bit in my price to accommodate that, but it is what it is. That's where we're at in this world. So that's our quail farm. That's our quail. We look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Like, share, subscribe, and we're going to try and start doing more videos. Like I said, this is our second video we're doing. The first one we did was for goats, for our goat house. This is our second video, and I'm really hoping to start building this channel to also use YouTube, Rumble, these places to also help offset the farm cost a little bit. I'm trying to build this brand so that we can support our local communities, so you can be a little more self-sufficient at home, so we can kind of help teach you how to do things. I've been in industrial maintenance for 25 years. I work at a factory over in the city here. So this is a full-time job on top of my full-time job, and trying to squeeze you guys in is hopefully going to work out so that 4 or 5 years down the road we can focus more on the farm and less on the full-time gig. But that's what we're trying to get done here, and we thank you for joining us.